Go?
Huh?
Did it go?
Yeah. I need to get...
The right position?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Because I can't see it now.
Oh.
I thought you were still doing the camera stuff.
Yeah, no. Hey guys! Oops, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Hey. Let's see. Hey Charles. Hey Mike. So we are here today with Steve, and we're going to be making some RSO. So Steve got some organic grain alcohol. Here, I want to bring this over closer. The XFB. So we're going to take some bud and some house shake, put them together, and make some good RSO. Okay, let's do this.
I just fill it up to cover the flour.
Okay. So we're just going to dump the flour?
No,
Nope.
in the jar.
Oh, in this jar?
No, in
these
these
jars.
jars. That's what I use.
Oh,
these
I see.
small jars, and then
Mash it.
Then use these lids without the center, with the coffee filter on there, upside down.
Oh.
Strain it,
That
and then
makes
do
sense.
2 more rinses,
Uh-huh.
and then when it gets to the third, then I put it in a cloth and
Squeeze it out.
whatever I can get out.
Okay.
So I usually pour it in here and mash it and leave it in there for about 10 minutes.
Okay. You want me to start mashing this one?
Sure.
And Steve got Steve got the grain alcohol on Amazon and had it shipped to his house. So that is one option for getting the organic alcohol instead of using Everclear. With organic alcohol, you have less chemicals involved, less chemicals that are going to stay in the cannabis themselves as well.
Keep them and refill them though.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That size is hard to handle.
Yeah, it would be.
Looks like it has a squirt
Oh,
gun
that's
in
kind
it.
of neat.
Nope.
Nope.
Unless you have, puncture it.
I don't know. I wonder if that just helps keep it sealed. you guys. Some questions. Hi Elsa, how are you doing? Hi Craig. Hi everybody. We are making some RSO. Hi Tim. We're making some RSO for Steve here. Steve has prostate cancer. So we are making his medicine. Steve you're 72, right?
This month.
Steve is 72 this month. This is his second battle with prostate cancer. He didn't get an official diagnosis the first time, but went through the same thing that he's going this time. He does have an official diagnosis. And we are here helping him and learning a new way to make RSO, because I've never made RSO this way, so it's really kind of cool. So thank you for inviting us to do this with you.
I have another Rick Simpson speak.
Yeah.
Which one? Did you do this one?
I was just kind of going back over all of them, kind of crunching them up a little bit over and over again, just to make sure we got a good...
And I forgot to set a timer.
Oh no, so did I. I don't think we have that much time left. I think we're almost ready.
Yeah, because
For
we're
another-
gonna
'cause
do
we're gonna rinse again.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
twice.
At least, yeah.
Squeeze it up.
Yeah,
It's the sides,
sides.
too.
Yeah, the bottom. Yeah, it's being made differently than I usually do. Like, so yeah, I'm here learning today. So how long have you been using cannabis, Steve?
think 55 years.
Wow. Okay.
I was a late bloomer.
So was I.
I didn't start till I was like 18.
Oh, I started 3 years ago. I was a really late bloomer.
But as far as putting it in my diet, only been the last few years,
Okay.
except the occasional batch of brownies.
Right.
You know,
The
but
occasional edible you got. Or made.
yeah, yeah, I've made some real good cookies.
I want to try those cookies that you showed me the recipe for, the lemon honey cookies. Those sound amazing.
And what makes them special is the rind,
Oh, okay.
the peel.
Yeah, I saw that in the
It's
recipe.
like, you know, that just makes
It's a zest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I want to try those cookies. That looks like a fun one.
And like I said, I was going to show you the cookbooks I got, but I want to start cooking more.
Oh, okay.
But when I moved here, there was a lot of stuff I just said,
Don't blame you.
I'll buy new. I felt like I had moved cross country once, and it cost me more to move shit than what it was worth.
Yeah.
When I hired on with Boeing. I don't know if you want this on there.
Oh, it's okay. They like to hear. Everybody, they like to know what we've done in our past lives. Everybody is very curious because we're all different when we come to cannabis, and they think it's really neat. Like Bill Gates is a cannabis user, so it's kind of neat to see where each person comes from and what industries they were in before they either retired or came into the cannabis industry. So.
My occupation didn't have anything to do
With
with it.
cannabis?
No, it was,
Yeah. I think we've had the 10 minutes.
okay, I was going to get some coffee filters.
Okay.
This is a trick I just learned from watching one of the videos that they have on YouTube about all these.
Oh, okay.
To make it a pouch like
Yeah.
that.
That makes sense. That's actually a good idea.
I was 17, I had sex with my next door neighbor that was 15 and a half.
I'll tell you what, it's just, oh wow. Yes, happy Veterans Day.
See the difference in the color?
Uh-huh. Yes, I do. Very much so. The brown versus the green. Yeah, you can actually take these and stick them out in the sun, and it'll take the green out of it. It changes it to like an auburn color. I like the green, but
The only preference I really have is
yeah, that it's active and it works.
yeah, and for smoking, I like the Gorilla Glue. I've tried little samples of others, but I was smoking that in Washington.
Yeah.
And I was able to get it here. It doesn't seem like it's quite as fresh
Yeah.
as what my provider
Was doing.
But that I like the flavor until I get tired of it.
Yeah. One of the dispensaries in Wickenburg had a strain Paris OG that I really liked. And I smoked it all the time, but
Tap it back down in there.
yeah.
So you don't have to worry about getting the last drop out.
Yeah, because we're just going to rinse it again anyway.
And I like to try and keep them so that I can keep the shape of the coffee down.
Yeah.
Ready for my video debut. But I would like to try and figure out what utensils all needed to do this
Yeah.
more efficiently.
Yeah. Dripping does help if you lean it.
And then I usually just
Put
pour
the-
those into these so that I can use these size
Again?
jars again to drain,
Okay.
or just dump it in there.
You tell me where you want me to dump it and I'll dump it. How's that? So, when you do your RSO, how do you feel when you take it? An hour or so after you take it?
Sometimes I get a little buzz, but I don't think it would affect my driving or anything, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm out there driving much anyway.
Yeah. But I'm sure it takes some of the pain away and relaxes your body.
Mm-hmm.
It was $12.15 when you started the alcohol on that one, and it was $12.13 when you started the alcohol on that one.
I don't get real scientific about it.
And as I trip on the rug. on the second rinse for the bud for the Simpson Oil. We used an organic alcohol. This is a 200 proof alcohol.
I wonder if they'll get a boom in sales now.
I don't know. I don't know. They might. So I don't think I've seen anybody do a video with that type of alcohol yet.
You know what that is?
What?
It's the heads.
Huh?
It's the heads on, you ever watched that show? Moonshiners.
Oh, yeah. Really?
It's
Oh.
80 proof and higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the alcohol that comes off the moonshine.
Right off the top, the first off the beer roof.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Does anybody have any questions? You guys are still here. Hey, Mike. Hey, Ash. How you doing, sweetie? Any questions? Hmm? I am boring today. I'm tired today. Oh, that was a cute face that Miss Hillary Clinton just made.
Speed of government.
I know, right?
On the shit that matters.
I know.
You know, they're fucking wasted almost a year now.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been curious about, you know, Trump was talking about term limitations for Congress and the Senate. What happened? Where are they? I mean, I was watching something
but
yesterday.
in a way, his hands are kind of tied.
Right, but
because he can't get shit done.
Right, but I was watching the freaking, I think it was one of the Senate or Congress yesterday, and this woman was literally down in one of the rows in a freaking wheelchair with oxygen. It looked like she was asleep. Her eyes weren't even open. And we're paying these people to sleep like that?
What? That one Supreme Court judge?
The weed was frozen first. Yes, Mike. We did not freeze the alcohol this time. We probably will
Like
next
cars,
time.
Got
But we
toys
did
out
freeze
there.
the cannabis.
They're all Cadillacs.
Yeah, it's me, yeah.
Back in the 80s, I gave up one addiction for another.
Yeah, they
Gave up cocaine, and then I had some money in my pocket and got into restoring old Cadillacs.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And then I couldn't afford cocaine.
I didn't get that.
It's not even a real pro mod, it's a Cadillac. Pretty much close, it's a street legal pro mod, you can imagine, but it's Cadillac STVX or STV something. STVs.
Yeah, making RSO is not an exciting thing to do. It takes time. Yeah. So this is kind of what it looks like. I don't smoke pot when I'm doing RSO because we're working with alcohol. So once the alcohol goes into a sealed container, then
That's what I was smoking off.
I'll smoke a joint with you guys. But this is a very slow, boring process. Understand it if you decide to try it. Especially the first part.
All of them have been rinsed 3 times. Pretty much the same things until,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Then you're not getting anything more except drawing the
More
chlorophyll
alcohol.
off.
Yeah.
So the 3 rinses gets
Yeah.
THC, CBD, good stuff out.
Yeah.
This is what was left over from like 3 ounces.
Oh wow. Is that Gorilla Glue?
No,
Oh.
this was Mob Boss.
Oh, okay. Is that still good flour, or is that flour that you've used in alcohol
That's
in?
stripped.
Strips, okay. What do you do with your stripped flour?
I don't know, I just saved it for
Oh.
to show you.
I was curious because I actually put all my stripped flour in my garden. So that's why I was.
You're welcome to it.
Oh, yeah, I was just curious if you did anything with it.
If you fold it around the lid, it works better.
Oh, okay.
For,
Yeah.
I mean, all the way around.
Oh.
The one video showed the guy doing this like a 1/2 inch fold all the way around.
Oh wow.
So you don't end up.
Yeah. Folding it and getting a blank spot where you have flour coming through.
See if they can get started.
Yeah. Hey, LaShawn, how you doing, sweetie? Hi, MD. Look at that color. It's so pretty. I'm good today. Still pretty sore, but good today.
Lee said it. It'll drain.
It drinks.
A little slower.
Yeah.
When it gets to be.
Yeah, that wet. I think it's funny how the shake is now starting to turn green, whereas it was really brown before. Still pretty brown, but.
Well, they all seem green. I thought the pot that I got from the pot store was brown the first time.
Oh, was it?
Pretty sure.
I've done it with both, where I've had it come out brown and I've had it come out green.
But yeah, now that it's coming out green like that,
That's probably mostly the chlorophyll.
So it's about time to stop.
Yeah.
After this rinse.
One of the dirtiest tricks in U.S. political history. That's what you're going to press it through?
When those are done, to just dump in here
Okay.
in the cloth, and then you can gather it up and squeeze it.
Squeeze it out.
Got a strainer here,
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
you know, but then when you dump it in there, then you can pour some more alcohol on it
Okay.
so that it's just a little bit more juicy,
Okay.
you know.
And then squeeze it. Oh, hi, Ashley. Oh, LaShawn says hello, Steve. Steve is a prostate cancer patient. This is his second battle with prostate cancer. So we came to learn how he makes his RSO. And Steve has graciously decided to help our cause and is wanting to help other cancer patients as well. So you'll see him on my Facebook page as a friend. You're more than welcome to friend request him. He has a great story. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more of his story up on our website so that way you guys can read a little bit more about it. Garbage?
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
That's where it usually is.
Oh,
I just slid it around there because of where this will be in operation.
ah, okay. Wow. Oh, LaShawn says, nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you.
She's an activist that helps us get in contact with other cancer patients, so she's really cool.
That's what I say when you see this, and if I can help.
Okay. Yeah, we have as cancer patients come forward asking for help. I'll
Did
be
you pour
putting.
some more alcohol on
Oh
it?
no, I didn't. That's what I forgot.
Be generous to it. All
Be
comes
generous?
back.
Okay. Being generous. Mike says, nice to meet you, Steve. Thanks for sharing your technique with us.
You're welcome. Enjoy. And the camera shy.
You know, when I first started this whole thing, I was actually trying to find a cancer patient that would go on, that I could get to go on camera. And I couldn't find one, so I ended up doing it myself. But there's a lot of people that are camera shy.
You little help?
Yeah. Oh, Ash, we're making RSO. The only way to make RSO is with an alcohol. We're using an organic 200 proof alcohol, but that is the only way to make Rick Simpson oil. So that's why we're using alcohol. But we're using organic. This has less chemicals in it. Once this all comes out, you're going to have a cleaner RSO. I think we're going to have to do that on one of the jars and then put it in the jar. I think there's a little bit down there.
I've had a little flour slip through on them, but
Yeah, I
it
have.
doesn't make it bad medicine.
No, it does not.
You
That
know,
it doesn't.
and that's, you know, I've been exploring different ways of making it, watching videos on YouTube, if anybody wants to watch those.
Yeah. YouTube's a great place to start with when you're learning. I just like to go to the source in some cases to find out if there's a way to do it better or...
Dump that one, it's going so slow. Spend all these. You haven't done, aren't you?
I am. It actually helps my hands to squeeze on something like this because my hands hurt so much all the time that this actually does help.
Still trapped in failing VA hospitals, and Congress really needs to act to ensure that they have the ability to get out of those hospitals by giving them health care choice.
Yeah, actually the cannabis has been in the freezer for the past 3 days. So...
the country that received 1-star ratings, and those hospitals also received 1-star ratings last year, so they haven't really improved. And that's why
This is some canned butter I made from the last batch.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's really strong. I like it.
Take a dab and rub it on your hands.
Okay.
I've been rubbing it on my jaw.
Oh,
That
okay.
I have partial paralysis, and I feel like it's made a difference
Oh.
in the last month. I'm starting to get feeling back in this side of my face from surgery I had here.
Oh, wow.
And I had a hernia surgery, this surgery, and then when they said the cancer, I just said, you know,
Forget it. Leave me alone. I got my own stuff to deal with that. I don't need your stuff.
yeah, textbook, they can cure the cancer,
Yeah.
but will the patient survive?
Probably, the chances of the patient surviving with chemo have actually, they're about 6%.
At my age.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at is my quality of life that I have left
Right.
I'd rather it be a good quality of life than go through the shit.
That chemo is going to do to you.
Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. I would not do chemo again. I've done it 3 times. I will never do it again. It didn't, I mean, I don't feel it really helped me. It did more damage in the long run. So.
This guy's about ready.
When I was young, was fortunate enough to know an old guy wanting to teach people how to make and do things with weed like 30 years ago almost. That's cool, Mike. So now we're just going to put the lid on it and...
likely going to run out of money again by the end of the year. So hopefully we'll have a bill by the end of the year. I'm confident that the House and Senate are going to do something, but we need to make sure it actually provides real choice and not just preserve the status quo where you continue to have to stay in hospitals and veterans
I've never done this before. Can you explain what it's doing?
Well, it's heating that solution up and recovering the fumes, the alcohol, so you can recover the alcohol. And then the product that you have left is pure medicine.
Right. Okay.
And I was amazed the first time I saw this, to recover the alcohol. And you saw the color.
Yeah.
And it'll come back clear as it was before.
The alcohol will come back clear as it was before.
Yeah, it's not going to come back green, brown, anything, you know.
Oh, wow.
It's just the alcohol. So everything that's stripped is left there.
Right. Just blended weed up and stuck weed and alcohol in a crock pot. Then strained, squeezed it back. Yeah. Did you get this off of Amazon as well?
Got another thing back there, I'll show you. The rosin press.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Delivered to my door.
Nice.
You know, these things are kind of heavy.
Yeah.
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
That was damn sure heavy.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, let me show you these bottles, guys. This is what we used. Well, in smaller containers, but this is what we used.
That's what, the reason I bought that is so I can help others.
Yeah.
I got the alcohol. You come up with the flour, I'll gladly make medicine for
Yeah.
those in need. I'd like to have like somewhat of a collective
Yeah.
of people and help each other.
Absolutely. right now we have all the groups. I mean, we can make another group just for a collective for people in Arizona. And then you just, you know, you add people into the group as you make the connections with them. Yes, you are in the right place to learn. Absolutely.
I have a cat, you probably never see it.
Oh, yeah. I think you had a little animal of sorts.
I just rescued him from going to the town.
Huh? No. I was getting a blunt. Hmm? Let's give you a code, my bad. This is literally what it looks like when you're watching a pot to boil. I'm one of these weird people that clean all the time. Sorry.
I use those jars over again.
Yeah, I do.
And I'll rinse them out, but I leave the sticky residue.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
There, it's starting to come
There we
back.
go. Yay. You're right. It's perfectly clear. That's cool. How long does it take to reclaim all, or the majority of the alcohol?
I'm thinking maybe 20 minutes or something like that.
Once it starts to
it's
miss?
going, you know, it pretty much, you know, and in a little bit I'll off the lid and check the level.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, you have to do that, you know, until you get to know it, you know. And on that container, it has measurements.
Yeah, I saw that, the one in
You
the
know,
looks
and
good
I
enough.
should have had all that solution to know where the
Where it was.
alcohol level was and how much you're
That makes
reclaiming.
sense. That makes
Right.
sense.
Just being a beginner at doing this.
Right. That makes sense.
You know.
How many times have you used this one?
This is the second time.
The second time? That's pretty cool though. Yeah, when I make my next batch, I'll have to come over here and borrow it.
You're welcome to it.
It's definitely nicer than the rice cooker because you have to constantly stir the rice cooker. And there's been a couple times that I've done it where I've actually gotten really drunk because you have to sit over it and stir it the entire time. So all those fumes, you're breathing them in. So I mean, I get toasted when I do it with the rice cooker.
You know, and that's, yeah, I was amazed on this.
Yeah, because when I do it at my house, you can smell the alcohol everywhere. In here, you can't really smell it.
And how long does it take you with the rice cooker to do, say that much?
Probably about an hour. To stand and have to cook it down and cook it down. Probably about an hour.
Isn't it amazing that it's so clear?
It is, because it was so green before. And that butter does help. My hands are not cramping as much. It does help.
I sometimes wonder, you know, that's cannabis.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it is medicine that hey, they're making some kind of stuff for pain, for lotion and stuff like that. It's actually, to me, it's no different. I mean,
It actually, in my opinion, it works better. This stuff does. And even some of the, because we have.
well, I'm talking about some that are making and claiming that it's canna butter or something, and it's with the CBD, but no THC in
right.
it. You know.
CBD and THC, they both have their own places. In order to cure cancer, you have to have the THC end of the plant. The CBD helps, but it doesn't cure the cancer.
I'm going to take a look at this.
Stand down where they can see you. There you go.
I can see me right there.
Yeah, let's see the same face.
The North Korean regime takes toward more weapons is a step it takes into greater and greater danger. The future of this region and its beautiful people must not be held hostage to a dictator's twisted fantasies of violent conquest and nuclear blackmail. Welcome to the Journal editorial report. I'm Paul Gigot. That was President Trump on his 12-day trip to Asia to stop
Lenny left.
Oh yeah.
Vietnam and the Philippines. The White House has outlined many for the trip, which include promoting the denuclearization of North Korea, further an Indo-Pacific region, and expanding American economic and trade interests in the Pacific. Joining me now is Fox
I got a little buzz from the fumes and from
On it,
lifting the lid.
Yeah. Yeah, I've cleaned my rice cooker out with butter too.
Here's the ruler for you.
Oh, thank you. So this is how you did it. I'll have to watch you roll one.
Yeah, it's
Can you roll one for me right here?
sure.
That'll give us something to do and see while we're waiting for this.
Are you doing it live right now?
Yeah.
I should have clicked on share. Can I do that?
Uh-huh. You can, actually. Oh, hey, Heather. Hmm?
Shout out to the local dispensary.
Well, we will do a shout out to the local dispensary. It is Zen here in New River, Arizona. Thanks, guys. Oh yes, or go to Free My Cure on YouTube, freemycure.org. Obviously, you guys know where I'm at on Facebook. Roll it.
See, this roller, this long one. I've had the short ones, like for the zigzags and tops and stuff. And it's hard. I like it. This is a little longer than the paper.
Oh, okay,
you
so,
know,
yeah.
And it makes me roll nice.
Oh, so you put the cannabis in there before you put the paper in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hmm? Oh, maybe, yeah. You're right. It does take me off the camera if I sit on this side.
For you, my dear.
Thank you. So pretty, so nice. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Don't anybody do this at home. Sitting next to this and smoking and lighting this up is probably not my smartest idea. So please don't do this at home. I guess I better put the disclaimer on there. If I go kaboom, whoops, my bad.
I don't understand how some of these people have these accidents. I survived a lot of years freebasing cocaine
Oh, jeez.
with ether. Never did a Richard Pryor.
Yeah, that was bad. Oh my goodness. How much of his body was burned? Yeah, that was bad. I think that just, it goes pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Better than boiling it off.
Heck yeah, it is.
Still smoke these. Gave up alcohol.
I quit smoking
Gave up
those
sex.
in January, I think. Is that when I quit finally cigarettes? I think it was January. So I did until recently. I can't say anything about it.
How old are you?
I'm 43 now.
I can understand some people in your age bracket listening to a doctor
Hi,
suggest
fans.
surgery and chemo. God, after I've seen some people, I just figured, hey, my quality of life is more important than actually curing it. I feel like people have been dying of cancer forever.
Oh, they have.
And it's just attributed to natural causes.
Yeah.
You know,
It is.
You could live a lot of years. Live with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped all treatment except cannabis December of last year. So I've gone back to my urologist because I still get the bladder infections all the time because of the cancer and because of the cystitis. But I don't do treatments at all anymore.
And the problem I had in the medical field was I should have went back to the doctor that authorized the cannabis. Because these people knew that I was authorized.
Right.
And it's like, they wouldn't give me a prescription for, antibiotics. They acted like they were giving me some kind of opioids, Dabbled them out. The first time it was 6 pills.
A quarter pound, you would probably yield off of a quarter pound if it's good bud. Anywhere from 35 to 55 grams of RSO, depending on the quality of the bud, obviously, and how much you rinse it. Normally, you would do a pound of cannabis, and you should get about 100 grams, 60 to 100 grams of RSO, depending on your quality of cannabis. So yeah, you could do that, and you would yield, a decent amount. You'd want 60 real good bud. If you can get up to 60 grams of RSO off of really good bud, that is the complete cancer dosage. So I recommend it if you can do it and you have a cancer patient that is in need of something like that. If you blast that out, you come up with 60 grams of RSO, that is the full dosage.
Oh,
I'm trigger.
if that helps, Mike.
So I'll be back tomorrow.
okay.
Alright?
Okay, see you then. Want a couple of beers to go? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's not a bad thing to do. I mean, especially if you've been blasting BHO all day. If you have cancer patients, do your last quarter pound out of that RSO and see what it does. It's definitely worth a shot, especially if you have cancer patients around you. Even if you have people with pain, a lot of pain, RSO is very helpful for that pain. You can also take that RSO and you can put it in butter and stuff and use it that way. If it's for pain instead of curing cancer, so you can do a lot of things with your RSO. So yeah, I would recommend trying it and seeing how it works for you. Yeah. Yeah. 700 degrees?
173.
Oh, 173. Oh. Cool. And that's actually at 173, that's enough to activate the THC in there. So you really don't have to liven it after. I would, what Rick Simpson told me to do is to take a tablespoon of coconut oil and put it in with the RSO. So when you go to do the last part of it, you're boiling, you have to boil, you put a teaspoon of water in there, you boil that down, boil it out, that activates the RSO. Then you add a tablespoon of coconut oil, because what it does is it helps your body metastasize the cannabis quicker and easier. You don't slough off as much of the cannabis.
I chose to use just butter.
Yeah, I mean, it works too.
As a carrier or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah, and it works, so.
I'm gonna check it again.
Yeah, now you can definitely smell more of the alcohol in there.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, there is.
I'm just trying to be real careful.
Yeah, I
where I
don't
go.
blame you. Yeah, and it's not hurting anything to let it just,
It's just now starting to get above that band where you can see the limit.
I don't know what an MBM is, so I don't know if that's what's in the background or not.
Have you watched any of the videos on YouTube?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of them. Yeah. My problem is, until I actually sit down and do it, or do something with it, I can't remember anymore. I call it chemo fog, because ever since I went through all of that chemo, I have a really hard time retaining information.
I have all kinds of problems that I feel like I can live with. at my age, I feel like all this shit,
Mhm.
you telling me the symptoms, I got it,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, wow. Mike Sage says, I got bone disease, Lyme disease, and I've broke my back twice in 4 places. I mainly use for myself. Kentucky's not legal, but we can fight for it being Commonwealth state. We don't make laws. Yeah.
I think that I was able to get this to my
I'm
still
sorry
in
about your back.
contact
That's
with
horrible. I'm sorry,
the
Mike.
provider. And he said he would mail it to me, but I was afraid to, in a way. But now that, you know, and I'm going through all the legal shit, I'm authorized, you know. I wonder if anything would happen, because of the way they have some of the laws, but it depends on who's defining the law of traveling from one medical state to another medical state and being able to carry.
You can either see them if they can and they won't stop them, and then the first of the year they're supposed to open the borders anyways, so.
Yeah, I know, but there's been times when I felt like, hey, what do you want, PayPal?
Yeah, it is true. They are.
And send me $0.25.
It'll be very much
Yeah.
This shit comes fast.
Oh, Amazon is awesome.
I know.
it's local, really.
Yeah, Amazon is awesome. I love Amazon.
I just got this thing. I had problems with my well. and
Oh,
my
we
foot,
are making RSO oil.
And I bought
Yeah, he's
10
camera shy.
of waters and
So, yeah, right now what we're doing is we are boiling off the alcohol. We have all of the cannabis and everything in this contraption. This still is basically what it's doing is inside of here is heated up. And it's going to go up into these coils. Alcohol burns off at 173 degrees, so as it goes through the coils, it'll cool down. As it comes through here, it brings the alcohol back into this container, so that way the alcohol can be reused over and over and over again. As you'll notice in the earlier part of the video, you'll see that the alcohol that we poured into this still was green. Very, very green, very dark. So the color of the alcohol that's coming back out is clear,
I'm just glad my leg works. I got water.
like what we started with. So this is the alcohol that we chose to use this time. It's an organic 200 proof alcohol. Oh, you're fine, Mike. Go ahead and answer any questions. Talk amongst yourselves. You know how to do this. You guys know how this works. We all talk to each other. We help each other. That's why we're here.
I paid good water bill.
So yeah, so this is a new way. I've never actually made it with a still before. So Steve invited me over to do this, and I thought it was really cool. So we set up a video and decided to show you guys how Steve makes his RSO. And this is much cleaner than using an Everclear. So it's also much more expensive. So you're looking at about $100 a gallon when you're using an organic alcohol. But you're not going to get the chemicals that you're going to get with the over-the-counter things. So that's why I'm saying to do these types of things. You can buy both the still and the alcohol off of places like Amazon and have it delivered to your door, which is kind of cool in this day and age. Especially for those of us that can't carry heavy items all the time. So, yeah, I just came over to watch how Steve does his, to kind of, introduce myself, talk to him, and learn a little bit from him. So Steve is a prostate cancer patient. He has refused Western medical treatments with chemo and or radiation or whatever it was that the doctors wanted to do at the time. Steve believes in cannabis, so he is making his medicine this way to cure his cancer. Oh, for the second time, yes. This will be his second battle with prostate cancer. So, yeah, this will be his second time. So, this is how he has chosen to do it. And, of course, we all know me. I'm right in on it because it has cannabis. So, yeah, we're here helping him, seeing how things are working. So, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Yeah, actually, I will be bringing in as a co-host for some of the shows. So you guys will start seeing, you know, my cousin with me on some of the stuff that we do. She's coming in as an intern to learn. And I think she's really going to have a great time. I think you guys are really going to love her. So, yeah, that's basically what we've been doing. So there's the whole spill for you. So, is that where you're going to put your RSO in?
Yeah.
Did you get those off of Amazon too? I love Amazon. They're awesome. Being in Kentucky, I know people that make stuff. Okay, they make moonshine around 100. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that would work great. I would love to get my hands on that first head of the moonshine that comes out. The one that they throw away that you can't drink because it'll make you go blind. I want to get some of that and try it in some RSO. So yes, I would absolutely say do it. So yeah, but you really do want that head off of the moonshine. If you know somebody that does it, see what you can do and try that, because I think you'd really be happy with what happens with it.
The ones that I first
Oh
got,
yeah, it's very clean, very clean. So it's alcohol. Can't you? I mean, how do you make alcohol dirty?
3 of them.
Even if you throw dirt in alcohol, it's still pretty clean.
$1,500.
Yeah. Yeah, the head is like way strong. You can't drink the head of the moonshine. It'll make you go blind. But you do want to use it for your RSO.
That was before I was even authorized in Washington. It was just a friend of girlfriend, or cousin of girlfriend.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, no. See if you can get the head off of some of theirs. I would definitely give that a shot.
And we talked about it, and then later on, I bought again.
I wish I had some friends in Eastern Kentucky that did that.
I realize why it's so expensive.
I would, yeah. I would totally tell my friends if I had them there that I wanted the head off of it. I would totally do it. So, yeah.
Because it works.
Oh, hey, Cousin Christy. How you doing, sweetie pie?
Check this. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Because I was really shocked when I almost burned it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you definitely don't want to burn it. That much.
Now, in a way, this is about to the point where I thought maybe it'd be wise to shift to the rice river.
We could. Do you want to do that?
Let's do that.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Sadly, this is not the first show I've dropped a jar on, as we all know.
Check that. It's brand new. I don't know what's in there.
Oh no, it's pretty clean. It's clean.
waste on this thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna move the whole thing behind us, maybe.
Pour it in there. Never used this, so I don't know.
Sorry. Oh.
Plug-in is over here, so. I don't know how to use a rice burner, so.
Okay. And do you have like a spatula or something?
I do. What do you want it for?
It just to kind of stir this a little bit with.
Okay, you can use that wood stick.
Yep, that'll work.
I got some utensils
Yeah.
that melt, and that's, you know. Even slower process.
Yeah. Yes, it is a slow process.
You're familiar with that process.
Oh, yeah.
How long will that take?
With this amount, once it starts boiling, because it hasn't actually boiled yet, it should be about 15 minutes after that. Yeah, see here, now it's starting to boil. And once it gets a little bit further down, it actually starts looking really cool when it boils.
When I did that butter, I did it here.
You can actually do it in both. What you do is run it through this first, and then run it through this, and then put it in your container.
You know, there was more
Oh, stuff.
really brown stuff. That
Oh,
I thought,
okay.
God, I don't want to waste that.
Nuh-uh.
So I threw some butter in there and stirred it up, and it cut it, and then
Yeah.
help with the cleanup.
Yeah, it does help with cleanup. Here, let me move the... My cameraman disappeared.
juice, anything you want to drink. Keep beer around for the help. I tried using the rice burner one time, burned it up.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it was from holding the switch too long or whatever. And
Well, when you get to like this point in the rice cookers, the problem is that it's not heavy enough to keep the burner pushed down to keep it cooking.
yeah.
So you have to help it.
Yeah, in one of the videos I saw a guy use like a jar full of water
Yeah,
and set in it.
to try to help it. Yeah, you have to do something to off balance the weight.
And then go up and see what Randy did today. Want to see my toys?
I think if there is one, and if there's a unifying theme between the things and the party, it is economic growth. And realtor politics had a fascinating piece where they dug into some of the Virginia results. They talked about Nelson County, which is actually,
Now, be careful if you do this because, yeah, I'm getting a little drunk.
and what defines Nelson County
Oh.
is one of those pivot counties that
Fumes are quite strong.
and then for Trump. And what also defines these counties is that they have been subject to great economic distress. They've lost more jobs than they've gained over the past 8 or 9 years. And these are the folks that wanted Trump. They were willing to overlook some of his problems because of his promise of market growth, reviving the American economy. I think that, that is a message that Gillespie pushed, and it didn't help him with many types of voters in the states. And I think it's a way that Republicans are going to use it. They're going to have to do it by building on some legislative accomplishments like tax reform. And that's why it's so crucial what happens in Washington.
Let's pivot quickly here to Don Brazil, the former Democratic national chairman. The book saying the nomination was rigged, Mary. What kind of a big smoke bomb is that dropped in the middle of Democratic joy?
It's a pretty big snowball. We want to talk about disunity and
Sorry, I will get over to the questions. Hopefully Ashley is there and can answer some of the questions. If not, I will be over there in a moment. I have to,
Hillary Clinton.
I have to hold this down so it'll keep boiling.
This is Don Brazil pushes sales of her new book.
And try not to breathe so I don't get any drunker than what I am. Otherwise I'll be falling over.
But in Virginia and New Jersey, they said something.
Oh yeah, that's almost done.
This kind of a brawl in 2018 primaries.
And yeah, you can get drunk from inhaling alcohol fumes.
With an establishment moderate guy like Ralph Northam doing very well. So this is maybe bad news for the Republican Party, good news for America. That this, especially in Virginia, this was a big setback for Bernie Sanders' effort to take over the party. But he still doesn't.
Look at questions real quick, sorry guys.
I think this is Chris Christie, but with Phil Murphy,
Hey Mike.
sex pedigree, you get the impression he doesn't really mean it when he sounds like Bernie Sanders. All right, so you will all still have more questions than answers when it comes to the steel.
Yeah, there are a lot of uses for cannabis. Adding cannabis to your normal daily diet is highly recommended by me. I will always recommend you adding cannabis to your diet. I cook with cannabis on a regular basis, So I not only get the benefits of using the RSO because I am a cancer patient, but I do get the benefits of using cannabis in my everyday cooking, which is really kind of nice. It helps with a lot of pain. It does help me with eating. I need more help with the eating portion because I do have a pretty bad eating disorder. Because of the years of pharmaceutical treatments, of chemo and cancer and everything else. I mean, it's really horrible how that works. So, yeah, I started reaching out to other patients near me to help bring them a little bit more education so they can understand that there are other alternatives than just chemotherapy and of such, you know. So I'm going to add a little bit of water into this to help activate it because it's looking beautiful. I'm going to bring it over here for you guys to see real quick so you can see what we're working with now. Hopefully you can see it. We will be sucking it into a syringe here in a few minutes. So I'm just going to add a tiny, tiny bit of water into this for activation. And then I'll get that to boil. That will help boil off the additional alcohol that's in there because there is still leftover or residual alcohol. So by adding some water, now I'm going to boil, that boiling point is going to become different. And then I will boil all the water off. In boiling the water off, I'll be boiling the alcohol off as well and activating the product. So when I get to this point, I'm going to want to constantly stir because I do not want to burn the product. So yes, those of you that are just tuning in, we are making some RSO oil for Steve, who is a prostate cancer patient. So we are at Steve's house making RSO for him. We used an organic alcohol today instead of an Everclear. With using organic alcohol or medical grade alcohol, I'm getting a purer burn, I'm getting a cleaner product, and it's organic, so I have less chemicals coming into my product this way. So I do recommend using organic products when you do your RSO. It is a little bit more expensive, but down the line it is definitely worth it. So we got a pretty good yield. I'm very happy with the yield. So basically what I'm doing here is you'll notice that I'm pushing down on the rice cooker to put heat against the plate because I'm on the end of this. I don't want to overcook it. So I'll let the plate up, stir it a little bit, see the texture of my RSO in here, and then push the plate back down to heat it more, to boil more of the to finish boiling the alcohol and water out of here. You want to get your syringe ready?
I usually pour it
Into some.
to one of these little jars,
Okay.
and then it's easy to
Do it? Okay, then I'll do it there.
the depth of this is easy to work with.
Gotcha. And your thing melted. I've never seen one of these things melt before. seen one of these things melt before.
That's why I was concerned about using
Yeah, I've never seen one of those actually do. Or well, I didn't melt. It kind of broke.
We'll let cool. We'll
Yeah, because it's still pretty hot.
and use it to stir with some butter in there.
Okay. Here, let's see. I think there's some more in there.
How about a wooden spoon?
That works.
This is really, I think, granted, we want to investigate, want to find out if there was any Trump-Russia collusion, but this is the other side of the story.
No, it doesn't. Okay, well, your butter idea is the best on that one. It's too sticky now.
Like the FBI.
It's still hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still hot. But the wood is absorbing it. It's colder, so it's sticking to the wood.
With alcohol.
Yeah.
Rinse off.
Yeah, it will. You're right. You are right.
This week, we found out through some good reporting that Glenn Simpson, one of the
Want me to kind of switch it up, maybe?
met with the Russian lawyer who then went on to meet with Don Jr., another meeting which has drawn some scrutiny. Now, it's unclear if they were discussing the upcoming meeting with Don Jr., or if they were discussing Donald Trump Jr., or if they were discussing other business that Fusion also had with the same Russian attorney. So, more questions here, Paul.
Not wanting to go up.
Is this being investigated, in your view, to enough satisfaction by Robert Mueller, the special counsel?
We'll see. I would have to say, certainly there's a great lack of
I think I'm going to do the 210 thing in the oven.
Okay.
And then when it comes out of there, then it's running again.
Okay. Okay.
We now have, in the 2016 campaign, the government using its surveillance powers against the
Yeah, 'cause it's not keeping the heat.
And this is the question, to what extent did that Steele dossier, this opposition research, drive the use of
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt nothing.
political opponents?
I gotta show 'em what to do. So, that is the RSO.
Has been from those committees, and everything that we're going to get is from them. I do not have any confidence.
So yeah.
Interest in this.
All right, thank you all very much. When we come back this week marks 100 years of Congress. We'll look at what's
So we're gonna heat it up some more and get it up into the syringe. I am gonna cut the video here. Remember, hit the YouTube page, subscribe. It's at Free My Cure, the website, freemycure.org. And we will see you guys again soon. Bye, guys. Say bye, Steve.
See ya.